Welcome you all. In this video, we are going to see about implementing Spring Cloud integration. The idea behind is we will have three applications and one common configuration. The common configuration will be in the JIT. Based on the variable names, I will be retrieving the same values from the JIT on all three applications with the help of one server. So this is the idea behind this experiment. To do this, I need minimum one server and one client. Server is to connect with the JIT and client is to retrieve the value from the JIT on the variable. So first, let me to create my server. I'm opening STS4 file, new Spring Starter project. Here I will just type EX Spring Cloud SC server. Then I will go on next. As usual, we will go with the Spring Web and Spring Boot Dev tool and then type config in the dependency. You will find config server, tick that and click on finish. Let me create the project. The application got created. I'm just opening the application and going to SRC main resources application.properties. I will mention the server port number. Then I will say the configurations to connect with the JIT. To do that, I will say spring.cloud.config server.jit.uri equal to the JIT URI. You can go to the JIT and you can copy here. As of now, you can see I'm copying my JIT URL. What you have to do, you have to create your JIT repo and the same three files which I had here, you need to make in your JIT. How you can do that means this URL you can able to see and if you can go to this URL, this is downloadable. You can download the zip and then you can extract it. Then on your JIT, you just push these files directly. Don't push it as a zip file. Push these files as a direct one. Then copy the URL and then give it here. Then same line you copy. You just say JIT dot username. My username I am saying. Then JIT dot password. See, I cannot give my original password, so just I'm going to my JIT. In this repo, I'm just reaching first and then I will click on my profile and then settings. In the profile settings, go to developer settings. New JIT app is here, but you can see in the left side, personal access tokens. Click on this personal access tokens. You can go to classic tokens, then generate new token classic. It will ask for the password. Once you given the password, it will come in. Just give your token description and the number of days it will be valid for. Okay. Just I'm going to give it for 1 day of time. 1 day of time. Then I will just select my repo access. Whatever I want to access, I can select here for this token. User access. Okay. project read access, admin repo hook, read and write. So four access I'm just giving it and generate the token. Token is got generated. Just copy this token and then paste it for a password. Then use your Spring Cloud config server JIT dot default label. I'm having in the master label. So I'm giving it as master. Then last one JIT dot clone on start. That means every time when your server is starting, you want to clone your repo locally. And from that repo only, from that cloned repo only, your client will get the data. That means if you update anything in the live, okay, you have to stop the server once and you have to restart it to clone it. To clone it, you have to write true here. Then finally, every these things are happening in different ports across. So you have to say management dot security dot enabled equal to false. Management dot security dot enabled equal to false to allow the cross communication between the websites. Now just go to your main file, and in the main file you just have to add one annotation, enable config server. You have to write config enable config server and save it. Okay, enable config server and then save it. Now it is ready. Just to check it, you can right click here, run as Spring Boot app. It should able to connect it actually. If it is connecting, then it is fine. If it is showing any error, then we have to correct it. It is connecting, no error is being showcased here. Now we will create our client to retrieve the value. File, new, Spring Startup project. Just say here EXSC client. Then click on next. As usual, Spring Web and Spring Boot Dev Tool. Then config client required. Just type config here and then choose config client, this one, and click on finish. Let you create the project now. Once the project is created, just open the project, go to src main resources, application.properties. Here you need to say where the client is running, 8082, and then you need to say the address of the server, spring.config.import equal to config server colon slash not required config server colon http colon double slash local host colon 8081 is the address of the server. So this we have to mention. And another one will be spring dot profiles dot active equal to production. As of now, I'm just commenting this, not required. Later we will use it. Okay, I will say later what it is. Now we are just connecting this client to server. That's it. Now I'm going to create one more controller in my form.klu. File new class name is app controller, which will receive the user request. In the app controller, I'm just makes this as a controller, rest controller. Then here I will have my first function, public, string is the return type, and fun1 is the function. I'm just going to return msg value, message value. What is this message value? And how this function is going to trigger? This function is going to trigger on get mapping of slash fun, okay, or client fun, okay, client fun is the URL. Now, what is that message? That message is going to be the string variable, okay. And what is the value of the message? We can have value annotation, and inside that we can have dollar flower brace. MSG is the name of the variable in JIT. Suppose the value in the JIT is not retrieved for MSG. Okay, what I'm saying is here, I will show you. I will just go to my repo. Okay, in my repo, you are seeing three files. If you open any one file, I'm opening client config. In this file, you can able to see MSG equal to some value. This value need to be retrieved. Suppose this value not been retrieved, then what is the value? Not connected to server. Like that, we can able to return some error message. Okay, this is an optional message when the first one is not done. The first one is this one. And if you want to retrieve this value, what is the file name? Client config. This file name should be exactly your application name. Go to application.properties and replace the application name as client config. Okay. Now in the app controller, everything is ready. If things are running correct, you can able to get the output. I'm just running the client. Right click, run as Spring Boot app. How to test it? It is running in 8082 port and slash client fun is the URL. Now I'm just opening my browser and I'll go to localhost 8082 is the client URL slash client fun. I am just giving. You can able to retrieve the data which is from the JIT. This file value is exactly coming here. Suppose these are the configurations and you want to change the configuration to another file. For example, you want to change the configuration to production or deployment. Okay. After client config, what is there? Production is there, deployment is there. That you can change it by just changing the active profile. If you say active profile equal to production, that is equivalent to the third word here. Okay, third word here, this production. Okay, this content will be coming. Once you've done it, save it and then enter here. You will get the production environment. Suppose you want the other one, development. Just you have to say here, development. Save it and just check your output. This is the development one. Okay. I hope so you understood the experiment. Okay. And with this, I'm stopping the video. Thank you.